Good evening. We begin tonight with new developments in our ongoing coverage of teen violence. The 12 News I-Team has obtained records detailing the number of times that Gilbert police have been called to the Santan Village In-N-Out. This comes after we reported on multiple teens who were viciously attacked in the fast food restaurant parking lot, leaving victims bloody and often needing medical attention. Thanks for joining us for 12 News at 10, everyone. I'm Mark Curtis. The I-Team analyzed police data showing just how often officers have had to respond to that fast food location. 12 News journalist Bianca Bono has our story tonight.
This newly released data shows us about a third of all of the calls Gilbert police have received to this In-N-Out involved teens. Guns, gas masks, and fights. That's what police in Gilbert have responded to at the In-N-Out near Williamsfield Road in Val Vista. 12 News obtaining police data showing since January of 2020, not including proactive patrol watches in the area, Gilbert police have responded to calls to the In-N-Out around 250 times. About 80 involved teens, meaning 30% of all calls.
It was around dinner time on a Thursday night, and he was simply waiting to meet up with a friend.
Stephanie Jarnigan's son was one of those calls. On December 30th, 2022, he was approached by a group of teens in the parking lot, assaulted by a suspect wearing brass knuckles.
He immediately felt blood gushing down his head and back.
Rick Keener's son was attacked by a group in that same parking lot on August 18th of last year.
He was bleeding all over the place, and he didn't have shoes on because they stole his shoes.
And they're not alone. The data shows 8 reports of teen assaults or fights, plus 20 juvenile disturbance calls. In one case, at least 50 juveniles getting rowdy, where one person had a holstered handgun wearing a gas mask. In another call, a group of a dozen juveniles in the parking lot where one man brandished a gun. In another case, a group of 20 kids banging on the glass trying to fight people inside, possibly using brass knuckles. 2 people were hurt. Plus, multiple incidents of large groups driving recklessly, shooting airsoft guns, and setting off fireworks.
We've done an analysis of all of our calls for 4 years at In-N-Out.
On January 18th, Gilbert Police Chief Michael Solberg discussing this data before it was released.
In those cases, there were 8 calls in 4 years of a fight at In-N-Out. Of those 8 cases, only 3 times was a report made. And let me clarify. In those 3 times, we were able to get there, identify suspects, and all the other times they were gone when we arrived.
Gilbert Police says they've upped patrols at In-N-Out in response to an increase of assaults involving juveniles in the area. So far, In-N-Out has not responded to our request for comment. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thanks. As many of you know, and we've reported on multiple incidents of teen violence in the Valley that involve brass knuckles. Now 12 News has learned that State Senator John Kavanaugh will amend Senate Bill 1183 to include a ban on brass knuckles. This comes after a 16-year-old who was attacked with the weapon urged state lawmakers to move forward with a ban. This week, town council members in Gilbert will discuss recent teen violence investigations. That meeting is set for tomorrow night, Wednesday night rather, at 6 o'clock at the town's Southeast Library.